how to know who to marry in 5 minutes. Why I've chosen to do this topic is this. I've had a lot of persons, sometimes especially guys, they will tell you that you can't really figure a woman out. Yes, you can't really figure a lady out. That ladies will not show you their true identity or their true character until after marriage. When they say this kind of things, yes, I agree with them. And at the same time, I disagree with them. And for girls too, they will tell you some men will not show you their true color until they have finished paying your bride price. That is when the beast in them will surface. And when they say this kind of things to me, when they meet me, I kind of smile. Sometimes I laugh. Sometimes I agree with them because human beings want you to always be in agreement to whatever they are telling you. So sometimes if you dare to disagree with them, you have become their enemy. So sometimes whenever they are saying this kind of things to me, I just laugh. So if you are a guy and you are watching me now, I want you to stay till the end of this program. Yeah. And if you are a lady, I want you to stay till the end of this program. The first thing I will say here in this video, how to know who to marry in 5 minutes. Every human being you see is a parcel waiting to be unparceled. I say that every human being you see is a package that is waiting to be unpacked. There is no human being that is actually a mystery if you know what to look out for in people. The problem that people have in life is that we don't spend quality time to get the knowledge that we need in a particular area. That has been the problem of humanity. And when it comes to the world of relationship and marriage, most of the times, people don't spend time to acquire the knowledge that governs that world. And because of this negligence on the part of individuals, that is why they keep suffering in their relationships and in their marriages. There are always signals, there are always signs that will show you that this person, you should go ahead with this person in marriage, or you shouldn't go ahead with that person in marriage. The first thing that can help you to know who to marry in life within 5 minutes is that you need to ascertain that person's thinking pattern. You need to ascertain that person's mentality. You meet a man and you discovered that you don't have the same thinking pattern with that man. How are you sure that that guy that doesn't have the same thinking pattern with you, the same ideology, the same mentality will be the right fit for you in life? Or is it that you don't know that human beings live their life from their thought? Human beings live their life from their thinking pattern. Years ago, I read a book by John Maxwell that I will never forget, Thinking for a Change. And John Maxwell said that thing, and I will never forget what John Maxwell said in that book. John Maxwell said that every human being you see is thought personified. Every human being you see is a mobile thought. Every human being you see. Whenever you are looking at a human being, you are looking at a moving thought. What controls your life now, even you that is watching me, is the way you think. The way you think is different from the way I think. And It is your thinking that controls the way you behave. That means to say, if you want to weigh the quality of a person's behavior, you have to weigh the quality of their thought. If you want to know whether the man or the woman around you is the right person for you to marry, you have to check and weigh the quality of their thought. How do they think? You are thinking in direction A. The person you are with a relationship is thinking in direction Z. If both of you get married, you will always have issues in that marriage. I'm telling you why people are having issues in their marriage today. Years ago, I met a girl. During our discussion, I discovered she's this type of girl. She drinks whiskey, she drinks brandy. And me, I don't drink such things. I discovered that in the process of our conversation. I discovered again that this girl, she takes weed. You know, there are girls, if you look at them, they look innocent. They look innocent when you look at them in their physical appearance, when you look at them from head to toe. They look very innocent. Not only that they look innocent, they also appear quiet in the eye. If you are the type of man that does not know how to dig deep in finding out who a girl you are with is, it will be difficult for you to figure this type of people out. But because I have already known that, I will reveal to you this secret how to dig out who people are. It won't be difficult for you next week. If you don't know, it will be difficult for you to figure out this type of women out. I continue to make her to talk. I was asking her sensitive questions. I was prompting her like AI. She didn't even know when she reviewed all these things to me. When I look at these things, I looked at that. I'm not the type of person that likes clubbing. I don't go to club. And I'm not the type of guy that drinks. And I'm not the type of guy that smokes. I'm not. And I'm not the type of guy that drinks alcohol. Definitely any of these. It's not my thing. I know some people tell you, if a guy is not drinking or smoking, definitely you'll be a womanizer. Those ones are confused. They don't know what they are talking about. Some of us, we have what is worrying us in life. Some of us, what is worrying us in life is our dreams, is our vision, is our plans, not all those things people are talking about. So when I looked at her and I looked at myself, instantly, I knew that that thinking pattern that is making her as a woman to smoke and drink and go to club cannot be compatible with me. That is what is called mental compatibility. Mentally, whether both of you are compatible, whether both of you have what I call ideological alignment. Are your thoughts in alignment? Your thinking pattern, are they in alignment? Do you have the same kind of philosophy and ideology towards life? So when I watch that, I tell myself, I say, if I go ahead with this now, there'll be catastrophe along the way. And when we are talking, I looked at her, I say, you're a wonderful lady, you are good, but thinking pattern-wise, we are not compatible. And when we thought, she discovered that we are not compatible and we couldn't even go ahead with our relationship. Why am I telling you this? If you want to know who to marry within 5 minutes, listen, your thinking pattern must somehow align. I'm not saying 100%, but somehow it must align together. If your thinking pattern does not align, there is problem. Do you know why a lot of people that are married, that even in relationship today, are fighting in their marriage? Is because they didn't realize that they don't have the same thought pattern. when they were preparing to get married, and then they went ahead. And without them knowing that if you are going to stay together with anybody in life, that both of you will have the same ideology. Both of you must have the same mentality. Both of you must have the same thought pattern for both of you to be able to dwell together. Because if you don't have the same thought pattern, both of you cannot dwell together. So if you are meeting a man or you are meeting a woman and you want to take your final decision if that person is the right person for you to marry, one of the things that should be paramount to you in taking that marital decision is that you must consider that person's thinking pattern. You must weigh the way they think. Are you okay with their thought pattern? Are you okay with the kind of philosophy and ideology that drives their life? If you are not, both of you will not make a good match in that marriage. There is nothing. Once you miss it in mentality, once you miss it in thinking pattern, in choosing a life partner, you can never get it right in that marriage. Go and quote me anywhere, anytime, any day. Because people live their life from their thought. So if your thought is already bastardized, if your thought is already bad, then how can you get it right? It's not possible. So if you want to know who to marry within 5 minutes, as you are gisting, as you are talking, as you are conversing with someone, always weigh their thinking pattern. Always study the way they think. Once you discover that their philosophical framework, their thinking pattern is not compatible with yours, please, that person cannot be right for you. And don't even bank it and say, oh, tomorrow I'm going to impact her so that she will change the way they think. If you couldn't impact her when she has not seen you finish, what makes you think that when you now finally enter into marriage with him or her, when they have seen your nakedness, you understand what I mean? Yes. When they don't see you finish, when they have even seen the way you snore, when you are sleeping, when they see the way you remove your clothes and you put on your clothes, the way you dress, the way you talk, when they don't see you finish, when they don't even see the way you go to toilet. So how do you think you'll be able now to transform their thinking pattern? That's why I'm telling people, if you want to get it right in marriage, don't bank all these things. I will change him later. I'm going to change her later. Please deal with what you are seeing right before you. If you are not comfortable or compatible with their thinking pattern, don't go ahead with them in that marriage. If you want to know who to marry, what it means is that the way you think and the way you're supposed to be partner things must be in alignment. If both of you don't have the same philosophy, ideology, or the same thought pattern that governs both of you, please don't go ahead with that marriage, or else you will see yourself fighting with your spouse all the day of your life.